Noah starting on a Saturday, I guess, on opening weekend. I imagine that feels a little different than last year at this time. I guess just when you kind of look back at that year and kind of everything that's gone on between then and now, I guess, how different is that? What's that kind of feel like? And I guess, how did it feel kind of today?
Honestly, I feel more comfortable. I felt more comfortable today. Last year, I was kind of thrown into that role, and I wasn't really prepared mentally or physically. And in the fall, I've been prepping to be a starter, and we've been on the same plan the whole year. So honestly, I felt more comfortable today pitching on Saturday than I did last year on Friday, just because I was thrown into it.
Caleb, you missed the fall. You come back in the spring and you play really well in the preseason. 4 hits and 9 at-bats with a home run today. Where do you feel like your swing is right now, and how nice is it to have the impact you have at least at the first 2 games?
Yeah, it feels good to contribute this early on. It's kind of tough coming off an injury and jumping right back into it. But the spring inter squads were pretty big for me to get that confidence back and kind of groove my swing.
Noah, King was in here a second ago just talking about how last year they had to stretch guys, they had to push them maybe further than what they were capable of doing. As a starter, how much does it help you to know that you have relievers who can kind of settle it down more, kind of just everybody can kind of play a role with a healthier team this year?
Yeah, I really just think it helps at the beginning of the season because our pitch count isn't at 100 pitches, and we haven't been conditioned to that point yet. So it's really good to be able to go out there, throw 6 innings, get my work in, and then have dudes coming right back at me who's going to do the same thing that I did in the 6 innings before.
No, are you aware that you guys didn't allow a hit after the first inning?
Yeah.
Okay. When did y'all realize that?
I like the 5th inning.
Okay.
I wasn't really paying attention to it because I was mad about those 2 bloop singles. But then after the 2 bloop singles, I was like, I'm not letting anybody touch the ball anymore, just because I was angry about it. I don't know why, but yeah, I was aware.
Yeah. I guess what changed? Was there just an adjustment you made, or was it just you settling into the game that kind of allowed
it was just me settling into the game. I didn't really make any mechanical adjustments. I was just hyped that it was my first outing. It was my first time being out there. First time pitching in front of the crowd again. The crowd was a big thing. I was just I was feeling it. And then came out wanting to throw haymakers, and I forgot that I was a starter and I needed to go 6 innings, but it felt good.
Caleb, coming in as a transfer, one of the guys who the offense is looking to kind of build around, what do you think the identity of the offense is this year?
Monty's been preaching all fall and all spring, quality at bats, left center approach, and I think our guys have really bought into that, and it obviously works from the last 2 days. So just being really disciplined and being tough, being able to wear pitches and all that.
Caleb, can you take us through the homer? There was a first pitch swing. Were you sitting on something, or just kind of guess right?
Do what?
The homer. Were you sitting on something, first
homer?
pitch swing, or was just kind of guess right?
I was kind of I think there was guys in scoring position, so I was sitting something soft. So it just kind of, I believe it was a changeup. So, yeah, I just saw it out of the hand pretty well and put a good swing on it.
No, it seemed like after, I think it was you closed the 2nd inning with a strikeout, and it kind of rolled from there. I guess just, when you get in a groove like that, what does that kind of feel like? Was there a point for you in that 2nd inning that it felt like, all right, it kind of snowballed from there? I guess, what did that kind of feel like at all?
I just got comfortable on the mound. I was just super amped when I first got in there, and I had to come in the dugout after the first inning, all right, relax. You stepped out there already, and now you just got to keep going.
No, what's it like having a ton of guys in the bullpen to back you up, to know that maybe if you can't go as long as you wanted to go, that those guys are going to come in and shut it down? It's
incredible. I feel like everybody in our bullpen this year truly can get outs. It's just as much as I can. They may not be able to go the distance, but if they come in there and they have to get a job done, I have trust in all of them to get their job done. I see them every day. I see them working. They put in the work, and they're prepared when they go in the game. I think every single one of them, to be honest.
You mentioned that sort of going through the fall preparing to be a starter versus last year when it sort of get thrown into it and sort of the craziness of all that. I guess just like what does that actually look like compared to last year? I mean, what were you doing this fall maybe that was different than last year? And I guess how different has that been walking into the spring as well?
Yeah, I mean, the fall was really like me trying to develop my breaking balls, trying to get my velo up, trying to get stronger, making sure I'm able to get through those starts. But I mean, it was the same. It was the same like approach and prep. It was just come into work every day, and not really looking up and seeing the results. Just come in, try to get better each day. And yeah, me and Coach Parker were really locked in on it, and was like we were really prepping for me to be a good starter, and not like last year I didn't really know what my role was when I first came in, and this year it's been much easier to prepare for this Saturday.